This is my collection of street signs I found over the years that cars have hit or I found laying on the ground on the sides of roads, in ditches and stuff. You see, it's actually very bright down here now. All the lights are on, but if I aim directly at the signs, it makes it appear like it's dark because all the reflectors are taking the light away. Okay, I'm going to start off on this end. This sign here, danger, confined space, enter by permit. I found this by the train tracks laying down. Just laying down on the ground. And the next one, this was on a center median, exactly where it belonged. A car hit it, that's why it's kind of screwed up and bent a little bit, scratched up, but it's still cool to have. This next one is in good condition. This is a warning sign that there's a bike trail and walking trail crossing up ahead. This was just after a snowstorm. I think a snowplow maybe hit this. Could have been a car on ice. Well, this was laying on its side. Pole was a little bit bent. I removed the poles from all these. The next one is a curve ahead sign. You can see that's a little bit bent. This one, when I found it, it was only being held on to its broken pole by one. And this next one is, this one's, you could tell it's old because it's all cracked and it's kind of screwed up on the top here. It's still cool to have. 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. This one and this one were actually on separate poles, sitting right next to each other. This one was filthy. I really had to clean that up. That's been knocked down for a while without being noticed. This next one, no truck parking, noise abnorment implicated. This one I found in a parking lot. Its pole was snapped in half. There's only like 2-3 feet of pole left on it. This pole, this sign, was in a parking lot. I guess they didn't want tractor trailers staying there overnight. This next sign, the detour sign, this is actually in good condition. This one I found in a construction dumpster at an old transfer station. And it's a little screwed up, but it's effective. They threw that one out. This next one is from the train company. No trespassing. This was near a railroad crossing where it crosses over a street. This was broken off the pole on the ground. That was actually bent and I flattened it out to mount it on the wall. Next one is warning, petroleum pipeline. This one's not fluorescent because this you usually see out in the middle of nowhere. This I actually walked in a river to get because I was on top of a bridge. I could see it down there underwater. It had a pole attached to it. I disconnected the pole, flattened it out, put it on the wall here. And I was in a river. It was all slimy, but it cleaned up nicely. This next one can barely read the first two words. Someone's name, Division Products Corporation. This was on the ground, face down. I thought it was just a piece of sheet metal at first. It's from some kind of old gravel pit machine. And Town Hall here said if any signs are on the ground broken, that we could take them. All these signs, the poles were broken. They were all found on the ground. They said that's fine to take. Out of all of these, I'd say this one's in the worst condition as far as reading it. This one's in the worst condition as far as damage and age. And this one is definitely in the best condition. It's got a few little nicks and dings, but this thing is super bright if you aim a flashlight at it. I'll probably put this one on the wall right straight ahead. Get the stuff off of his dresser. That'll look nice. And this median sign I'll probably put somewhere else. Speed limit sign is doing fine where it is. Just kind of leaning there. The detour sign's just kind of leaning there. It's not actually connected to the wall. This one's not reflective because I think this is supposed to be attached to a building. Let's see. By the looks of it, it's just attached to a stake. I decided to make a video of this because just tonight on a ride I found this one. My father pointed out, I didn't even see that one laying down. This one and this one I found riding my bike. They were much too big to take with me, so I came back later on. This isn't really a sign. I don't know what it is. Guess it has to do with the train tracks because it says rail. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I gotta shut the lights off down here. It looks really cool when the lights are off. They're not all reflective. Can't even tell you're in a basement at this angle. Can't see the wall. This collects all the light. It takes the light away from the wall. If these signs weren't here, you'd be able to see the white wall.